Hey everyone, I'm going to show you how to use this Rode Shotgun microphone with our media kits. Here's the microphone. We've got a little windscreen right here. And actually, you can pull it all the way off and see the microphone right down that tube. Maybe not on camera, but you can at home. Usually I always have this on, but except to change the battery. I'll show you in a second. This is really the brains of the operation in here and holds the battery. The bottom, you have this shoe that can mount to the camera grip. I'll show you that in a second. Also have this little wire and the plug, and that's what's going to go into your camera. This is the microphone. On the back, you've got a couple controls. One is to turn the microphone on. Over the top one, all the way to the left, is off. The center is essentially on. And the far right, which is this bent line, is called a high-pass filter. And when you get over there, theoretically, that the microphone should eliminate some background hum noise that is often present in rooms. It could just, quite frankly, be the computer next to you. It could be the fluorescent lights in a room. It could be an air handling filter or filtration system. There are lots of things that create that kind of hum. Long story short, with this microphone, any microphone, tried it out a couple different ways with your camera. Listen to it on a computer, headphones. I like to listen without even looking at the screen because then I know that's the sense I'm using. And see what sounds best to you. Every setup is a little bit different. This microphone will sound different on different cameras. And then here you have kind of a booster of sorts. Plus 20 would be to boost the volume. Change kind of the gain, I guess would be the technical term here, or minus 10, kind of lessen it. When in doubt, especially for most of the stuff we're doing, use 0. If you were in like a loud area, a school band, you're trying to film, minus 10. If you were to film something very quiet, someone who speaks very quietly and you're using this microphone, or you're just outside shooting B-roll and you really want to accentuate those outdoor sounds, not great if a car's driving by, just birds or crickets or whatever, maybe plus 20, right? You're going to try and amplify those very soft sounds. So in general, right down the middle, straight, 0, I would say, unless proven otherwise. When I move this over to the straight line, I get this green LED. It tells me it's not only on, but it has a battery. And the battery's working. All those are good things to know. All right, so if I do need to change the battery, I'll know because I'll turn this on. There won't be an LED light there. If I need to change the battery, I pull off this windscreen, and the battery compartment is right here. You can kind of put your thumb in that slot and push it up. And this kind of door opens like that and falls right out. Here's the battery. Take a look at your battery. You know which side is positive and negative. Look inside the microphone. There's a little key there you can see. Tell you which way to do it. This says put positive at the bottom, so I've got positive on my battery, and I'm going to put it back like that. So you should have a battery in there that works. You should have an extra battery in your kit. These are 9-volt batteries. Put that back together, and then I'm going to put this back on. You do have another windscreen. Maybe use it if you were to shoot anything outside. I think it's a good rule of thumb. Kind of looks like this. It's kind of funny looking. It's got the split on the top back of it. It's a good way to remember that's going to be the top back. So you can put this on, and then you just kind of pull it back. Hard to do with one hand. Pull it back with 2 fingers on each side. It kind of keeps sliding back until the whole thing is covered. And the reason these things work, and I'm sure people have seen these before, is that you have kind of almost an infinite amount of surface area compared to not having this. When the wind passes over this microphone, what would have otherwise caused noise for that microphone to pick up is often diffused over all of this extra surface area. So that's what it looks like, and it'll still mount right onto your camera. For the rest of this, I'm going to take this off. Sometimes it wants to pull this foam one off underneath, and just make sure that's kind of back on. So the next thing I'm going to show you is how to kind of mount this. You've got your camera, right, and it's on this U-shaped grip. We're going to mount the microphone to the top of this, And you can kind of see the ports here. The one on the left, it says MIC to the left of the port. That's the one for the microphone. Your headphones are going to go in this other port, the one to the right. So here's the microphone. Again, this shoe, this like little, so we can get that in the camera, that little edge is going to slide into this. And they're either going to slide from the front or the back. Kind of depends on how yours is on your camera grip. So mine slides in like that. Once it's centered, then I can take this knob, again it's hard to see on this camera, and just twist it until it's snug. That's all I want to do. Now, see if I can step back a little bit. You've got that shotgun microphone mounted to your U-shaped camera grip. The microphone's going to do no good unless it's plugged in. So you got to take this and push it all the way in. Again, it's hard to see here, but hopefully you can see that. And it's easy to put it in, and you just want to make sure push it all the way in. And I've had like the horror story of one group travel to Montpelier, be psyched to interview somebody in the State House, high up in our state government, a couple years ago. And they didn't plug their microphone all the way in. They plugged it 3/4 of the way in. It was just enough to turn off the microphone on the camera, but not pick up the microphone from or sound from the microphone. So they ended up with a silent movie, and they were really bummed when they found that out. So that's the microphone plugged in here. And again, you're going to turn the microphone on up here with the switch we looked at before. You're going to have that green LED back here. And when you plug in your headphones here, you're going to be able to hear the sound. If your camera's on, your mic's on. If you don't hear the sound, you know something's wrong. It's not plugged in, or you don't have a battery, or who knows. But make sure you can plug in your headphones here, and you can hear something from this microphone. That's a quick overview. This is good for shooting B-roll, not so much for individual interviews. That one you're going to want to look at the lavalier. Sometimes when we have multiple people in an interview at the same time, we'll use this, but really the lavalier is the right microphone for that interview. If you have any questions, let us know.